Hi, this is my first time doing something like this. Anyway, I just got inspired. I don't know what inspired me, but I've been wanting a Cricut machine for quite some time. And well, I finally invested in one, and now I just seen all this stuff. Anyway, I Googled and stuff and made cuts and blah blah blah. And so I made a mask. Well, my first project didn't come out very good because I was using the Cricut machine and really didn't know what I was doing. This was the masks I was attempting to make. So these masks are my very first masks I tried. They don't have elastics because Hobby Lobby ran out. Anyway. So these are my masks in honor of the 4th of July coming, Home of the Brave, and this is the pattern I chose to do, and not bad. I didn't do too bad. I got some ideas of how I want to fix my first one. Anyway, my second idea, was a trifold. So if you're like me, I totally just Googled. This is my first time, I swear to God. And it looks pretty good. It looks like I've been doing it. My lines are pretty good. All I did was Google, how do I do this? And searched many different masks. As you can see, I made my first one, and I now come into a different pattern. Anyway, I just want to show you how easy this was. So a few things that you're going to need. So I'm going to turn it around. Okay, so all I got. So I got a box. This is live, so you're gonna get all these. Anyway, I got a box of masks. And so I'm using these actually, so you can change them out because trust me, I've had one and you know, I smell very good, but at the same time, whatever. So I got a box of masks. I'll show you how to include that in this. I got my sewing machine. I got it threaded with black thread. I'm going to be showing you how to make this one. So this one is my sugar skulls. So you'll need some. So yeah, these are my projects. So I got material. Geez. Yeah, these are everything I use because I've watched so many tips and tricks. So don't forget your iron. My iron is ready. This is kind of pre-stapled together, but I'm going to actually take it apart and show you stapled, pinned together. Anyway, so, and tape. This is my hand when I can't be there. I already have them pre-used because I don't like to stop what I'm doing and get some more tape. I got my measuring tape just in case. Yeah, dude, I'm actually measuring. This is crazy. I got some stuff over here, so I'm ready to go. So, okay, so I cut these. I cut these into 14 inches long. And then I did 8 inches wide. Okay, so kind of what I did. I'm gonna fold in the corner about a ½ inch. So creating this to be 12 inches long, 13, 14, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I saw a tutorial. So we're gonna create a nice fold. So I wish I had that other mask. I don't know what I did with my other skulls mask. Anyway, so what I'm doing is creating this nice closure here. That's why I'm doing that, okay? So, all right, so I'm going to fold it in, make sure I measured it. Okay, this one I did 1 inch. I'm going to shorten it. Okay, I really didn't know how to use that. So 1 inch, ½ inch, you know, that's the big one. It's a big line. So I'm about a ½ inch away. In order to keep it, I'm going to press it with the iron. So I'm going to grab the iron. It's already going. Okay, pressing. Making sure I get a nice crease. Yeah, I have a piece of cardboard over this wood table. So that's all I'm doing. And then I have this wood cutting board and a silicone cover. And that's my parking station. So there you go. It's nice and creased. Gonna do the other side. Okay, now that I got it pressed, I'm gonna stitch these ends. So I'm gonna line it up here and I'm gonna stitch it closed. Okay, I'm such a beginner and I ran out of bobbin machine, so it stopped like in the dead center. So I'm not gonna start over though, but I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna change my bobbin. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it ready. I'm checking both sides to see where it stopped. I'm gonna pull my strings real quick, and make sure where I can see where the thread stopped. So hold on. So I'm actually gonna change direction and I'm gonna stop up to that point and check this out. So I'm gonna pull it to release it, and I really didn't even know until I accidentally found it. This is a little cutter. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it. I'm not gonna pull so tight, but I don't want it to cut right where it shows. So I'll be right back and I'll show you, get some length. So I cut it off. Thank God it has a little handy tool. I was like, where is that thing located? Anyway, I have a little stench, so I'm going to pull it apart real quick and then I'm going to set it with my iron again real quick. So this is called setting your thread. And it actually is a thing, and I didn't really think that steps was necessary, but it really is, because it helps keep it really straight and flat, because so it's called setting. So anytime you stitch, you want to make sure you set it. So thankfully my error is on a black mark, so all I have to do is just trim my thing. So I'm going to make sure that this is going to be towards the face, and not so you can see it. So I'm going to switch it to the other side. Okay, now I got both of those ends stitched. So I'm going to fold these ends together so I know where my middle point is. Don't forget to set your stitch, because that's really important. See how it lays flat now. Okay, so I folded it in half. I'm pinching it on the end, so when I take my iron, it's going to have a nice crease right there. I flattened it. It has a nice crease. So you're going to open it. All right, now you're going to fold this flat piece to the center on both sides, and then you're going to crease it again with your iron. Okay, now you're going to fold it in again. Okay, I left it on just a little bit longer because you're going to need these creases for your neck. These are your guides. So I'm making sure this is good and ironed. Now that it's good and ironed, I'm going to open it all the way up. I'm going to flip it. So the pretty side is to me. And I'm going to fold out half. I'm going to leave that other one folded. So this is my first crease. It's down. This is my second crease. And then this is my third crease. Okay, I'm going to use those. Those are very important. So I'm going to take my first crease and I'm going to fold it up to here. Hold on. So once I think I have the crease, fold it up to the second crease, creating like another layer. So I'm creating like a smaller inch, I guess. And you need to press it because you have to keep it flat and keep it even, because that's how you make the trifold. Anyway, okay, it's done and pressed. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it down, meeting that other edge. So I'm going to get that lined up. Once you got it lined up, crease it. Okay, creased it. So now I have like a little pocket. Remember I said I used that tape, so I'm going to use the tape and I'm going to hold it down because my hand's not going to be there. I came up with this tip only because since I work in dental, I have to improvise a lot. So I don't know if they have this tip, but I have this because it helps me needle. Oh my God. So anyway, these are my helping tools. So this is why I use painter's tape, because even if I put a heat on it, it's not going to stick to my fabric and it's going to create like duct tape will, like that layer of adhesive. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to unfold it. Okay, so here's my first crease again. I'm going to work on it. So I pinch it up. So like this. I'm going to use both hands now. Now that I got it centered, I'm going to fold it up to this piece like that. So see that line that's standing? I'm going to use this line that's standing and I'm going to fold it up like that. And then I'm going to crease it. So it looks like this. I'm holding it, crease it. All right, so it looks nice and flat. Find that other one and I'm going to fold it to that, just like that. Crease it again. Okay, I'm going to use my painter's tape one more time. Okay, now I can fold this freely. See here, move it and it doesn't fall apart. So that's why I use the painter's tape. Excuse me. Now I'm going to get my mask. Okay. I'm going to cut this way on my mask because I'm going to use my ear loops in this and I'm going to sew it together. I'm going to do the same thing with this, cut it. And I'm also going to cut the nose piece, but do not throw the filter because I'm going to use the filter. So I'm using the mask essentially as my, kind of like my pattern because you see how it creases under things like that. And when you pull it, it's going to face. The metal piece is going to be inside this so you can crease it to your nose as well. So I'm going to cut those. So again, I'm cutting the ear loops off like that, creating like a little 1/4 inch. So I take my ear loops off first, still have that intact. I cut off the filter or the nose and the filter separated it. So those are my pieces. Do not get these hot because it's synthetic and your iron will have stuff all over it. I'm wearing jeans because, oh my God, I have done that. And yeah, so I've actually scraped it on my pants. So, oh my God. So anyway, I'm going to get that done and show you what's next. Okay, so I'm going to flip my fabric over. Don't forget we have that crease that's in the center. That's the middle of our mask. So we have front and back, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to find my pretty side because that's going to be shown to everybody. That's going to be the one that's facing everybody. So this is the one that's going to be facing my nose. So hold on, let's orientate it. Okay, so I have the part that I don't like facing me. So when I flap this over, okay. So I'm going to put my nose thing. So you see how I'm using these dots actually as guides. So I'm going to actually just center that right there. And I'm going to sew. Once I line it up, just like that, put your foot down. Okay, and I only did one side so it can kind of, you can adjust the mask as it needs to be on your face. So now I'm going to fold it over, flip it over actually, and I'm going to look at the pretty side. And now I'm going to insert these. So how I do it, I use the creases. So that's my top line where my nose guard is. So that's where it's has a line there. And then I'm going to use this. So I'm actually going to put these loops on them. So I get to fold it like this and I create another layer. Sorry. I'm trying to do it one end. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so anyway, there's that crease, and I'm going to put it in. So I scoot it to the edge as much as I can. I find my middle of my mask. I'm going to hold it with my thumb. And I'm going to crease it like that. And then I'm going to flip my mask over. So now it looks like that. I have a lot of sewing machine problems. I will cover them in a sec. Once so I stopped the video because I had to orientate it, but I think you'd be good to know what I'm doing. So you see how the ear loop is sticking out a little bit? I'm going to tuck it more inside that mask. Then I'm going to make sure that my ends are lined up even, and I'm still holding because those pieces are folded. And I'm going to get rid of that string because the error that I have is that string I forget about. It gets in the guides and it counts it, and then I have to reload. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. So I don't like to thread my machine because it's a pain. So I figured out how to not do that. So cut your threads every time you sew. Okay, I'm going to go forward just a little. I'm going to stop because I'm going to back stitch it, only because, don't forget I locked I only went one direction when I was doing the nose piece. I only went one direction when I was doing this because it makes it a little bit faster. So now I'm going to make sure those ends are locked by going backwards on on this direction. So peek, and I'm going to check and make sure I stitched it all the way. Looks like I did. Because sometimes when you fold it over, hold on, I do that and I leave a little bit shown, which is not a bad thing, but I mean, who wants that shown? It just shows that I at least use a mask. So now I'm going to do the other side. Again, I'm going to just peek, holding that together, inserting that. I put the cut side towards the other cut side of my fabric, just lining it up. Make sure that the ear loop, make sure, see the ugly side and the ugly side, match those together so you have at least one straight side. Okay, like that. Make sure the ear loop is going inside the mask. Again, folding over those sides. Holding it in place. Now I'm going to stitch. And during this video, I bent my sewing needle. So fun. Yeah, I do a lot of errors because I really don't know how to sew. So I'm going to change that. I know how to change all of this. I spent an entire day figuring out this machine. Anyway, our mask is complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it inside. Take this inside out like a pillow. Like if you've done a pillow before. I need two hands real quick. So I'm going to focus on these corners. Make sure I push out those corners. Okay, your mask looks like this. I'm going to take off my painter's tape and I'm going to save it. Okay, now I got to insert for my filter. I'm going to put that on the inside. Okay, now my filter is in and you can wear it. So all you have to do is pull it, press it above your nose, pull it under your chin, put your glasses on top. It's safe. These level 3s are being sold in a lot of places. I'm trying to help healthcare workers only get the 9.5 mask. So if you get a purchase the 9.5 mask, please just hand them to a healthcare worker. Take them to a hospital. Do what you can. Just try to save them. They need that. You know, they're going through a lot. So this is just my way to help. I'm selling these masks for $15. I can put your name, logo, a design, a sparkly, anything you want literally on these. So that will be posted by pictures on my Facebook page. So thank you for watching my video.